Welcome everybody. If you're just joining me, my name's David. I'm a ranger at Katmai National Park and Preserve. I'm standing on an elevated viewing platform. We're watching a wild brown bear nurse her cubs. This is bear number 128. She's a first-time mother bear in her young teens. She just caught a salmon from the Brooks River, brought it up underneath this elevated viewing platform that I'm standing on, and is both feeding it to her cubs and nursing them. Bears do have dens that they return to. They'll enter their dens at the end of October, beginning of November, around that time frame. That noise that you're hearing, those are the cubs. They often growl, groan, make noises while they're eating or while they're competing over food. Brown bear cubs are incredibly vocal. I am at the treehouse, the waiting area for the falls platform. Katmai National Park is at the base of the Alaskan Peninsula. And these cubs are going to be extremely competitive over the food that they have here, and they need to be to survive. Survival rate of brown bears in this area is about 33%. So 33% survive. And a lot of cubs don't make it into adulthood. So competition amongst the litter is fierce, and that's why you're hearing such loud vocalizations, seeing cubs taking food from their siblings. And the bears that we're seeing now, they're certainly wild. They're by no means safe, but they are a little bit different than, say, the brown bears in other areas of Alaska. Say an area with grizzlies like in Denali National Park. You wouldn't want to be anywhere near this close to bears in other areas. The reason for that difference is that these bears are habituated to people. Brooks Camp is a very popular destination for bear viewing. We have a system of raised platforms and boardwalks. So bears are used to seeing people in certain places, and as long as people follow certain rules, like don't carry food with them and give bears space that they need while we're on the ground, as long as we stay in predictable areas like on this viewing platform that I'm on now, the bears on the ground don't seem to pay a whole lot of attention to us. Again, that's not something that you're going to see in other areas with other brown bear populations. To date, no bears have gotten on any platforms, and that's because of some of the real strict rules that we have. Nobody is allowed to carry any kind of food, item, anything scented with them while they're walking around at Brooks Camp. We all move around bears. We all stay in predictable areas. We have rangers staffed all around the park, all around Brooks Camp rather, to make sure that people move away from bears when bears approach, and stay on the platforms when bears are present. I have not seen 856 myself, so I can't really comment on that. If you're joining us and you're wondering what you're seeing here, these are wild brown bears. We do have numbers for all the bears known to use the river here. We track and monitor their behavior and their interaction with people. So if you want to see more wild brown bear action, visit explore.org. You can also check out our webpage, Katmai National Park, nps.gov/KATM. It's hard to say which cub vocalizes the most. It looks like the one that's out of sight that's making that noise right now. Probably begging to be nursed, and it looks like the mother bear here may go ahead and do that now. Access to Katmai is difficult. It is a very remote area. It's accessible only by float plane or boat. Most flights come in from King Salmon or Anchorage. There is no entrance fee to get into the park here, but it is, again, quite remote. And that noise that you're hearing, that's not a plane, that's not a storm, those are the cubs purring as they drink their mother's milk. And it looked like it was actually the small cub, the one closest to us here, that was making all the racket. Yeah, mother bear has 6 teats, so plenty to go around for these cubs. And the milk that she produces is extremely nutritious. It's about 10 times more nutritious than cow milk or human milk. It's got about 30% fat and 10% protein, so it has kind of the consistency of almost like half and half, or maybe even almost like condensed milk, sweetened condensed milk. Really thick, really nutritious, and it's going to help these cubs grow at an astonishing rate. In their first year, they can about double their weight every month or so. And by next winter, they'll be close to the size of their mother. Excuse me, by next summer, rather. A list of the bears that I've seen today would be year 128, 402, 83, 151, 503, an unknown male. And that's it. I've been staffing the treehouse here for most of the day. I am safe. If you're just joining me, my name's David. I'm a ranger at Katmai National Park. I'm viewing these bears with you from an elevated viewing platform. So we're in Brooks Camp, Katmai National Park, on the Alaskan Peninsula. And these are wild brown bears. So if you want to see more wild brown bear action, you want to see more wild bears like this, check out explore.org. They have live streaming webcams all over Brooks Camp, all over the Brooks River, different locations, so you can see bears fishing for salmon, competing for fishing spots, mating, and occasionally nursing like this. Explore.org, the first one typed there, Sonia and Smith. And they're run by a non-profit organization funded by the Annenberg Fund. So their purpose is really just to bring wild places out to people who may not be able to visit them in person, and try to give everybody that real wild experience. So just moments ago, this mother bear caught a salmon from the river, from the Brooks River, which is just about 100 yards away from here. Brought the salmon up here, ate it with the cubs, and is now nursing. It looks like this cub is maybe trying to eat some scraps of that last salmon. And we haven't had any human-bear conflicts, any maulings, anything like that in Brooks Camp, mainly because we follow such strict rules here, such strict bear safety rules. And if you want more information on what that looks like, you can visit our website, nps.gov/KATM. Yeah, we do definitely stay out of the bear's way. They have the right of way in all areas. We also don't carry food or eat food anywhere but a few designated locations with electric fences surrounding them. We do have staff positioned around Brooks Camp to ensure that people are following the rules, ensure that there is no bear and human conflict. The rangers here do carry bear spray. Only law enforcement carries the firearms. And there's about 50 or so bears who are known to use this river. And it's worth mentioning again that these bears, they act quite a bit different than the bears you're going to see out in Denali or really anywhere else in the world. Because this is such a popular viewing destination for people to view bears, the bears have become habituated people. They've gotten used to seeing people in certain locations, such as the raised viewing platform that I'm on now. So because of that, as long as we stay in predictable areas, as long as we don't give them any reason to be interested in us, they're content to fish for salmon, which are extremely abundant here. Great food source that they have already naturally. So that's why we're able to see them here now. So if you want to see more wild brown bears, check out explore.org. And again, my name's David. I'm a ranger at Katmai National Park. You're watching Bear 128
care for her cubs, her first litter, very successfully. So thanks for joining me. Again, if you want to see more, check out explore.org or visit Katmai National Park's website, nps.gov/KATM. Have a great day.